Conditional perfect. Sirve para expresar acciones que pudieron haber ocurrido, pero no sucedieron por alguna razón. Se forma así. Affirmative. First the subject, then auxiliary would, then the have has, then the verb and the participle and the complement. Repeat after me. I would have gone to the doctor if I was feeling sick. Una vez más. I would have gone to the doctor if I was feeling sick. Negativo, negative. Subject plus auxiliary would not plus have has plus verb and participle plus the complement. Repeat after me. I would not have gone to the doctor if I felt well. Una vez más. I would not have gone to the doctor if I felt well. Un consejito para estos clases de clases grabadas. Cada vez que yo diga una oración en inglés, le pones pausa y lo repites, ¿va? Y repítelo las veces que deseas y quieras para perfeccionar tu acento, ¿vale? Continúa. Interrogative. Auxiliary would plus subject plus have has plus verb in the participle plus the complement. Repeat after me. Would I have gone to the doctor if I was feeling well? Una vez más. Would I have gone to the doctor if I was feeling well? ¿Va? Vale, hacemos esto para que no quedemos para que yo no quede con las dudas. Lo vas a ver en español y yo te lo voy a traducir en inglés, ¿vale? Como lo vaya leyendo, ¿va? Empezamos. Conditional perfect is a verb tense in which is utilized to describe situations in which it has occurred. That would have occurred, but for some motive it did not do so. That is, it is utilized for in a very wrong equivalente in the same way as in the past the future perfect, as well as we will see in continuation. All right, for example, repeat after me. By 8 o'clock my mother will have prepared dinner. Okay, para las 8 en punto mi madre va a haber preparado la cena. En la oración está expresado en el futuro perfecto, haciendo referencia a una situación que se va desarrollando en un tiempo posterior, aunque la información sea realizada en el presente. In the statement, it is expressing the future perfect. It's a reference in which a situation has developed that will develop in a time posture, to which an affirmative, it is affirmed that will have realized in the present. Okay. I thought conditional perfect. Okay. I thought that by 8 o'clock my mother would have prepared dinner. Yo pensé que para las 8 en punto mi madre habría preparado la cena. Aquí la oración expresa una situación que se iba a desarrollar en el futuro, pero a partir de un momento ubicado en el pasado. Okay. I thought. Okay. Repeat after me again. I thought that by 8 o'clock my mother would have prepared dinner. Okay, let's continue. Repeat after me. After the meeting, I will have received the letter. Después de la reunión, yo habré recibido la carta. La oración está expresado en futuro perfecto, haciendo referencia a una situación que se va a desarrollar en un tiempo posterior, aunque la afirmación sea realizada en el presente. I suppose, repeat after me. I suppose that after the meeting, I would have received the letter. Yo supuse que después de la reunión yo habría recibido la carta. Aquí la oración expresa una situación que se iba a desarrollar en un futuro, pero a partir de un momento ubicado en el pasado. Okay. La forma afirmativa, the affirmative form of conditional perfect is obtained placing the subject next to the conditional symbol of the auxiliary verb to have, accompanied with the principal verb in the past participle, regular, irregular, as we will see in the following box. Okay, we will utilize the verb paint, to paint, of the mode of example. Okay, este es un ejemplo, ¿va? Y repite conmigo lo de inglés. Empecemos. Repeat after me. I would have painted. You would have painted. Y su traducción está al ladito, para que lo vayas leyendo. He would have painted. She would have painted. It would have painted. We would have painted. You would have painted. They would have painted. Okay, habría, habrías, habría, etc. ¿No? Habríamos, habrían, habrían. The interrogative form is constructed by placing in the first place the auxiliary would, then the subject, in the posture, the infinitive form of the verb in auxiliary to have. Okay? And finally, the principal verb in the past participle. Regular or irregular verbs. Okay? This is very interesting. One must know a lot of these to understand this. Okay, again, English, and you read the Spanish one mentally. Okay? Repeat after me. Would I have painted? Would you have painted? Would he have painted? Would she have painted? Would it have painted? Would we have painted? Would you have painted? Would they have painted? Okay? The negative form, we will obtain it by placing the negative not within the auxiliary would in the infinitive form of the verb auxiliary to have, in the continuation, the principal verb, in the past participle, regular irregular verbs. Also, here we can utilize the contraction wouldn't in the place of would not. Okay, subject would not have, and then the verb in a regular. Okay, again, repeat after me. Repite conmigo lo de inglés y aquí su traducción la edito. Repite conmigo. I would not have painted. You would not have painted. He would not have painted. She would not have painted. It would not have painted. We would not have painted. You would not have painted. They would not have painted. Ya, eso sería todo para esto. Para verbo, tiempo verbal, conditional perfect, ¿vale? Continuamos con el siguiente, conditional. Conditional perfect continuous. Bueno, aquí. Conditional perfect continuous. Te lo leo en inglés, lo ves en español. In the same way as in conditional perfect, it expresses situations in that it would have occurred, but in a very in a time, but it has a time of duration major. It is formed in the following manners. Okay, affirmative, negative, interrogative, and I will add the interrogative negative. Voy a agregar el interrogativo negativo. Affirmative, the subject plus auxiliary would plus have or has been plus the complement. Aquí se cambia por el sujeto, si es singular perdón, tercera persona o primera persona. Repite conmigo este ejemplo. Her high school love would have been waiting for her all his life. Una vez más. Her high school love would have been waiting for her all his life. Okay? Negative. Subject plus auxiliary would plus not plus have has been plus the complement. Repeat after me. Her high school love would not have been waiting for her all his life. Una vez más. Her high school love would not have been waiting for her all his life. Interrogative. Auxiliary would plus subject plus have or has been plus the complement. Repeat after me. Would her high school love been waiting for her all his life? Una vez más. Would her high school love been waiting for her all his life? Y simplemente cuando es interrogativo negativo, perdón, agregar el not al lado de sujeto. Perdón. Would her high school love not? Ah, sí, correcto, sí, tal cual como dije. Aquí tienes que poder agregar el not al ladito subject and the have has, ¿vale? Sería, y repite conmigo, el not sería por acá. Would her high school love not been waiting for her all his life? Por favor, pon en tu cuaderno si deseas. Conditional perfect continuous, ¿ok? Conditional perfect continuous. Y bueno, si está en español, te lo voy diciendo en inglés. The conditional perfect continuous in English is formed with three auxiliary verbs: would, have, and be. The would is, which is the very principal auxiliary verb, follows the normal rules, as in all of the other auxiliary verbs. Have, as in all of its perfect time tenses, goes follows the participle, in this case been, have been, has been. Okay, as in all the verb tenses. Verb continuous is been, goes next, goes following the verb in gerund. Forma, affirmative. Okay, the subject plus would have been plus verb and plus ing. Okay. Aquí está lo de inglés, aquí está tu traducción. Repite conmigo lo de inglés. Permítame incrementar esto para que lo veas mejor. Ahí está, perfecto. Okay, repeat after me. I would have been working. Habría estado trabajando. You would not have been working. Habrías estado trabajando. He would not have been working. He would have been working. Habría estado trabajando. She would have been working. It would have been working. We would have been working. You would have been working. They would have been working, ¿vale? Ahora interrogativa. Would plus the subject plus have been plus verb plus ing punto interrogativo. ¿Va? Repite conmigo otra vez lo de inglés y vas leyendo mentalmente lo de español, ¿va? Repite conmigo. Would I have been working? Would you have been working? Would he have been working? Would she have been working? Would it have been working? Would we have been working? Would you have been working? Would they have been working? ¿Va? Habría estado trabajando. Would I have been working? Habrías estado trabajando. Would you? ¿Va? Negative. Sujeto más wouldn't have been plus verb in ing. The contraction de would not is wouldn't. ¿Va? Aquí. Otra vez lo de inglés, lees mentalmente lo de español. Repite conmigo. I wouldn't have been working. You wouldn't have been working. He wouldn't have been working. She wouldn't have been working. It wouldn't have been working. We wouldn't have been working. You wouldn't have been working. They wouldn't have been working. Continuamos. El uso. The conditional perfect continuous in English is utilized exactly the same as the conditional perfect simple. That is, for the expressions of actions in which we would have done and would have been in the past, and we would have done something about it. All right. So it's really accomplishing conditional simply. To use a conditional perfect continuous for actions large and continuous. Largas y continuas. Okay. Here. Repeat after me. I would have been studying harder. Yo habría estado estudiando, estudiando más fuerte, ¿verdad? Más duro. If I had known this test was so difficult. Si hubiera sabido que este examen era muy difícil. Oh, okay. It says here something somewhat accompanies with this image, but oh well. Repite conmigo. I would have been working on it if I had known you needed help. Una vez más. I would have been working on it if I had known you needed help. Traducción aquí. Disculpa. Repite conmigo. They would have been studying if the library had been opened. Una vez más. They would have been studying if the library had been opened. We would have never been waiting for him if we had known he was going to stood us up. Una vez más. We would have never been waiting for him if we had known he was going to stood up for us. Eso está incorrecto. Sería stand. Stand up for us, ¿vale? Pero bueno. In this combination of phrases of conditionals, it follows a pattern, specifically form the conditional of something impossible, utilizing a conditional continuous plus past perfect, in which we have to really follow a foot by foot in the letter. Conditional simple, all right? So, I'm going to send it to you in your WhatsApp as well. So let's start. It expresses situations hypothetically in the present in which it occurs. It would have occurred if a situation hadn't stopped it from occurring. The structure is the following: affirmative, subject plus auxiliary would plus the verb and infinitive plus the complement. Repeat after me. I would have a hamburger if I wasn't vegetarian. Again, I would have a hamburger if I wasn't vegetarian. Negative. Subject plus auxiliary would not plus the verb and infinitive plus the complement. Repeat after me. I would not have a hamburger if I was vegetarian. Again, I would not have a hamburger if I was vegetarian. Interrogative, auxiliary would plus the subject plus the verb and infinitive plus the complement. Repeat after me. Would I have a hamburger if I was vegetarian? Again, would I have a hamburger if I was vegetarian? El not va al ladito de sujeto. Would I not? Cuando es interrogativo negativo, ¿va? Repite conmigo. Would I not have a hamburger if I was vegetarian? Vegetarian. Es vege. Vegetarian. ¿Vale? Conditional simple. In English is formed using the verb auxiliary would, which is in past of will. The past of will. As a verb auxiliary, it follows the normal rules in which all the other auxiliary verbs. Okay. Number one, it doesn't conjugate. It uses would for all of the people, all of the subjects. Number two, it follows the verb and infinitives too. Number three, it makes the questions interchange the position with the subject. Number four, it adds not behind when in negative form. Okay, the form affirmative. It says here subject plus would plus verb. Subject plus would plus verb. Very easy. I would work. Trabajaría. In Spanish, it's just one word, but in English, it's three. Curiosamente. Repeat after me. I would work. You would work. He would work. She would work. It would work. We would work. You would work. They would work. ¿Va? Interrogative. Would plus subject plus verb and the question mark. Okay? Repeat after me. Would I work? Would you work? Would he work? Would she work? Would it work? Would we work? Would you work? Would they work? Negative. Subject plus wouldn't plus the verb. The contraction of would not is wouldn't. Wouldn't. Okay? Repeat after me. I wouldn't work. You wouldn't work. He wouldn't work. She wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. We wouldn't work. You wouldn't work. They wouldn't work. El uso, the uses. In the conditional simple in English, it is used exactly the same as our conditional to express things that we would have done if something happened. Repeat after me. I would do it, but I am tired. Lo haría, pero estoy cansado. I would go if you called me. Iría si me llamaras. She would buy it if she had enough money. Mhm. All right. So yes, yes, yes. Okay. Más quería saber si estaba grabando el audio. She would buy it if she had enough money. They would come if they weren't working. It would be harder if you didn't help us. With the conditional simple, as well in English with Spanish, it expresses conditionals hypothetically. Very, very possibly impossible to do. So it said that in a condition so strong, it has a condition so strong that it can happen, but it's also probable that it wouldn't happen. Puede ser que no suceda, muy probable que pase. Repite conmigo. What would you do if you won the lottery? I would quit my job and I would open a bakery. That would be awesome. Un diálogo de esto, ¿no? In conditional simple in English, we use phrases of conditional and probable. Okay? Which it means it could happen, but it's difficult that it happens. Conditional simple combines the past simple, a patron is specific in English that we should all follow, foot by foot of the letter. All right. So, modal verbs of deduction, all right? When we want to say a supposition, supposing something in English, we should utilize the modal verbs, deduction and speculation. And depending in which we are secure of something or not, we utilize the modal verb and another. But how do we utilize them? So we will continue reading it if it is not if and this will interest us. So it says here, when do we use the modal verbs of deduction? As well in real life in the exams officially, it is very important to use the modal verbs of deduction. It is presented in the exams B2 first and C1 advanced. These modal verbs appear in the exercises of reading and listening. Also, it is probable that that you have to utilize them in exercises of rephrasing in the parts of use of English. And if it is very little in the part of speaking when you have to describe a photograph, this will help you a lot to make supposing of speculations for what you see in the image. In a summary, it is essential to know how to use it correctly. Okay, and let's continue here. Right here. Which are the modal verbs of deduction? The modal verbs of deduction are verbs that will indicate if we are certain of something or not. ¿Estamos seguros de algo o no? Must. Usamos must cuando estamos absolutamente seguros de algo, when we are absolutely secure of something. Take in consideration that here must is not expressing an obligation, but a deduction. For example, repite conmigo. Her class finished at 2 p.m. She must be on her way. Su clase terminó a las 2 p.m. Debe estar en camino ahora. Va. Could, may, might. Se usan cuando estamos seguros de algo. They are utilized when we are not sure of something. In this case, there are no differences of its significance, of its use. It depends most of the custom, of the más de la costumbre. Repite conmigo. She could arrive any moment. Podría llegar en cualquier momento. She might be late. Podría llegar tarde. She may finish early. Puede caminar temprano. Terminar temprano, perdón. Una vez más, repite conmigo. She could arrive at any moment. She could arrive any moment. She might be late. She may finish early. Can't. Usamos can't. We utilize can't when we are certain of something, of something that cannot be. In this case, mustn't. It's not the opposite of must. Mustn't only is utilized to talk of a prohibition, of a something that is prohibited. Okay, prohibited. Repite conmigo estas dos oraciones. She can't be at home. I saw her a minute ago at the bus station. Una vez más. She can't be at home. I saw her a minute ago at the bus station. Ella no puede estar en casa, la vi hace un minuto en la estación de autobuses. ¿Cómo se usan los modal verbs de deduction presente y en pasado? Okay. How to utilize modal verbs in deduction to present and the past. Present simple. In the present, the structure is this way. Modal verb and infinitive. For example, repite conmigo. His keys aren't here, so he must be out. Sus llaves no están aquí, así que debe estar afuera. Present continuous. En presente la estructura es modal verb plus be plus ing. Por ejemplo, repite conmigo. He may be playing football in the park with his friends. Una vez más. He may be playing football in the park with his friends. Puede que esté jugando al fútbol en el parque con sus amigos. Past simple. En presente la estructura es. Repite, perdón. La oración, esto no. Aquí dice la estructura. Modal verb plus have plus the participle. Repite conmigo la oración. He might have forgotten about the meeting. Una vez más. He might have forgotten about the meeting. Puede que se haya olvidado de la reunión. Past continuous. Ya me quedé. ¿Por qué estamos viendo tiempos verbales? Ya, para los modal verbs me quedé. ¿Estaré diciendo todo bien? In the present. Está incorrecto, pasado, ¿eh? Pero bueno. En el pasado continuo. In the past, the structure is modal verb plus have been plus ing. He may have been vacuuming when I called. Una vez más. He may have been vacuuming when I called. Puede que estuviera pasando la aspiradora cuando llamé. Ejercicio de modal verbs de deducción. Pues aquí vamos a verlos juntos. Es hora de practicar cómo completarías las siguientes frases. Sandra is behaving in a very strange way. I think she may be in love. Están las respuestas ahí. Igual repite conmigo. I think she may be in love. Amanda never lies, so it must be true. Sorry, I'm not Pedro. Sorry, I'm not Pedro. You must be confusing me for someone else. Repite conmigo. Mario doesn't answer the doorbell. He may have gone to Clara's. She must have been asleep when I arrived because I didn't hear a noise. Correcto. Entonces aquí dice, modales de especulación. Se utilizan para indicar la probabilidad con la que algo puede suceder. It is utilized to indicate a probability in which something may happen. Okay? The model they use probability. Es como 3.3 y 1 y 3 y 4 y así. Como nivel, como 3 niveles y un nivel con mights y con 4 y así, ¿no? Bueno, repite conmigo. Model may, model might, model can, model could. Okay? Repite conmigo, por favor, sus ejemplos. It may rain. It may rain. Y aquí dice, puede que llueva, perdón. Se usa en presente para indicar que algo puede pasar en el futuro. Que puede pasar en el futuro, puede. Might, repite conmigo. It might rain. It might rain. Puede que llueva, podría llover. Se usa en presente para indicar que algo puede pasar en el futuro. Can, repite conmigo. It can break if you sit on it. Una vez más. It can break if you sit on it. Sit on it. Si te sientas, puede romperse. Se usa en presente para indicar que algo puede ocurrir normalmente como consecuencia de algo otro. La probabilidad, especulación, es mayor a 4. Could. Repite conmigo. I think it could rain. I think it could rain. Creo que puede llover. Se usa en presente para indicar que algo puede pasar en el futuro. Tiene 3 puntos de probabilidad. Atención. La principal diferencia entre may y might es la probabilidad, de que ocurra lo que se enuncia. May se usa cuando es más probable que ocurra, might cuando es menos probable. Repite conmigo este ejemplo. There are many gray clouds. Take an umbrella because it may rain. Significa, hay muchas nubes grises, llévate un paraguas porque es posible que llueva. The sky is blue, but I heard it might rain. Una vez más, repite conmigo. The sky is blue, but I heard it might rain. El cielo está azul, pero he oído que podría llover. Igualmente la diferencia entre can y could es que can es más probable y could es menos. Preguntas. Repite conmigo. Can, may, might. Dice, puede utilizarse en preguntas para pedir permiso. Can es el menos informal. May es formal. Might es el más formal de todos. Ejemplo. May, might. Repite conmigo. May. I have a glass of water, please. Repite la de might. Might I have a glass of water, please? Y significa, ¿podría traerme un vaso de agua, por favor? Repite conmigo. Can I play the piano? Can I play the piano? ¿Puedo tocar el piano? Me dijiste esto. Solamente me dijiste especulación. Pero, como tenemos más tiempo, te voy a dar la clase, bueno, el resto de las 16 minutos sobre el resto de lo que está aquí, ¿no? Va. Estructura. All of the modal verbs follows a structure. It goes following the principal verb in the infinitive in the statement, sentence. If you want to see examples of the very complete form, visit the verb models and you will see the section of the structure. The models of ability, modales de habilidad, indicates the ability or capacity for something. Okay. It translates to strength, poder. Okay. Presente, pasado y futuro. Repite conmigo. Ya vimos esto. Pero es habilidad. Vimos especulación hace ratito. Sí, me quedé, ¿ok? Okay, repite conmigo. Can, could, will be able. Can, could, will be able. Repite conmigo. I can play the piano. I can play the piano. My grandpa could dance perfectly. My grandpa could dance perfectly. He will be able to drive soon. Puedo tocar el piano y mi abuelo podía bailar perfectamente. Será capaz de conducir pronto. Okay, we saw this one already. Modales de recomendación. Models of recommendations. It is utilized to give advice and recommendations. It is translated for the word deber. Present. Repeat after me. Should, ought to. Should, ought to. Repite conmigo. You should study more. You should study more. She ought to quit smoking. She ought to quit smoking. Debería estudiar más. Debería dejar de fumar. Models of preference. It is used to indicate a preference. The model converts the principal verb in the sentence to the conditional. The verb conditional in Spanish, okay? Would, repite conmigo. Present, would. I would love to dance. I would love to dance. Me encantaría bailar. Preguntas. Would is utilized to ask for something with education. Educately. Repeat after me. Would you dance with me? Would you dance with me? ¿Bailarías conmigo? A ver, vamos a hacer este mejor, se ve más entretenido. Repite conmigo, por favor. Accounting Department. Accounting Department significa departamento de contabilidad. Annual General Meeting. Annual General Meeting significa Consejo General Anual. Board of Directors. Board of Directors, Consejo de Administración. Branch, sucursal. Chairman, presidente del consejo. CEO, CEO, director ejecutivo, director general. CIO, jefe de sistema. CTO, director de tecnología. Headquarters, Human Resources Department or Personnel Department, Departamento de Recursos Humanos. Managing Director, director general. Organization Chart. Está incorrecto. Organization es con Z, no con S, pero bueno. Ajá. Organigrama. Production Department, departamento de producción. Purchasing Department, departamento de compras. R&D Department, departamento de investigación y desarrollo. Department, Sales Department, departamento de ventas. Shareholder, accionista. Wage, salary, sueldo. Promotion, ascenso. Bonus, bono paga extra. Company car, coche de empresa. Health insurance, seguro médico. Holiday pay, paga de vacaciones. Leave, baja. Hours worked, horas trabajadas. Accounting, contabilidad. Audit, auditoría. Balance, balance. Bill, cuenta. Bottom line, resultados finales de la empresa. Cash, al contado. Cash flow, flujo de caja. Cash flow. Cash flow. Currency, moneda divisa. Customs duty, gastos de aduana. Equity, capital. Expenses, gastos. Fixed, variable cost, costos fijos, variables de la empresa. Income, ingresos. Investment, inversion. Loan, préstamo. Order, pedido. Profit, beneficio. Sale of shares, assets. Tax, impuesto. Inglés comercial, vocabulario. After sales service. Close, servicio de postventa. Cierre de una venta. Cold call, primera llamada de contacto con un cliente potencial. Deal, trato. Follow up. Retail. Shipping, envío. Supplier, proveedor. Warranty. Wholesale, venta por mayor. Terminamos con mira, rapidito. Y tenemos 2 minutos más. 2 minutos. Pues aquí. Repite conmigo. Manufacturer. Sí, mejor. Manufacturer. Fabricante, ¿vale? Supplier. Proveedor. Distributor. Empresa dedicada a la venta de bienes en otras tiendas. Retailer, minorista. Wholesaler, mayorista. Salesperson, vendedor. Client, customer, consumer. Clients, cliente. ¿Así? Customer, consumer. Supermarket, grocery store, hardware store, clothing store, department stores, hard discount, warehouse. Launch, lanzar. Pay, pagar. Refund, reintegrar. Advertise, import, book, purchase, return. High-end, gama alta. Pricey, caro. Affordable, económico, barato. To deliver, complete. Easy to use. To offer value for money. High performance, de alto rendimiento. High quality, de alta calidad. Y ya sería la clase de hoy.